I've been thinking about what I do in a day as a paralegal. I've been working for a while now for a personal injury law firm in Manchester. This is for my dream to become a solicitor one day. Essentially, this is everything I've ever wanted. I get up in the morning and take a bus to work. I then spend the day speaking with clients, typing up various documents such as letters of claim, witness statements, reviewing medical records, and various other tasks before a case goes to trial. Essentially, someone has an accident, and my job is to try and help them claim compensation from their employer's insurer. For lunch, I usually just buy a sandwich and look at a nice view. Today, as you can see, the weather in Manchester is particularly fantastic. I think I quite like my job. It is what I've always wanted. Of course, there are days where I don't want to get out of bed and go into work, but the legal sector is interesting in that you get different sorts of work every day. Every client has a different sort of accident, so there's various challenges in each case. After starting this job, my view on what a passion is has somewhat changed. Before I started university, a lot of the advice on the internet was to follow your passion and you will be happy. I think having a passion is similar to happiness. You maybe really like eating cake, for instance, and it makes you really happy, but if you had to do it every day, at some point you'll probably get sick of it. I think when you first start any job, the first few months are really exciting, everything's new and challenging, but as time passes, you learn to realize that it is a job at the end of the day. There will be days where you just want to push buttons and not have to focus on anything challenging. Of all the jobs I've done, this is by far the toughest one. Even still, when I was first moving to Manchester, I thought that the toughest part of moving here would be the job itself. But what they don't tell you is that the toughest part of moving for a job is that you're away from your family and friends. That's a real challenge. Following your passion, I think, isn't really good advice. I think so much goes into a career that it's always worth thinking about if the career fits into your own lifestyle and also if it plays to your strengths. I think when you're in school, it's worth doing as much work experience as you can. Of course, you're never going to learn what a job is actually like until you do it. I like doing my job because it keeps me on my toes and I constantly have to battle with hard things. It gives me a sense of pride and a sense of purpose in who I am. I know a lot of young people believe that having a passion is a thing, but I think once you get into a job, it's not always going to be flowers and rainbows. You learn to motivate yourself. The more time you spend doing something, the better you'll get at it, and the more passionate you become.